Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Coin Sola. Hope you're doing well, hope you're doing amazing. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. I make basically video essays about anything that matters. Long story short. And if you're coming back, thank you so much for coming back, love. As you all know, I've been doing reviews on the Real Housewives of Lagos, and finally, it's about to go down. Finally, all you people that have been looking for drama today. And while drama today, you've been looking for trouble is here, because this episode was what? Fire. You know when the beef is hot and you're just like, ooh. She said that, that is what this episode gave. So let's get right into it. The first scene, we have Iyabo Ojo, who's at a salon, and she's invited Laura down. And can I just say, Iyabo Ojo's makeup is looking a lot better in her confessional. The highlight is still highlighting a little bit, but it's looking better. Iyabo Ojo just really wants to hear why didn't Laura give her the courtesy of calling her directly to say, I'm not coming to the beach getaway. And, you know, that's fair enough, especially if you spend money on, like, arranging for certain things to happen for, what, 6 people? No, am I counting right? 5 people instead of... Am I counting right? Yeah, 5 people instead of... I'm thinking of Miriam. Again, Miriam is coming next episode, but... It's given a bit late. But anyway, and Iyabo Ojo's doing that typical auntie thing, like, you must explain to me. I'm going to show you Shiggy for not explaining to me. I didn't think it was that deep personally. I think it's just, you get used to it from Nigerian aunties when they say, like, why didn't you come, like, explain yourself to me? It's just like, it's just how they are. So then Laura gets there and Laura's like, oh, I didn't come because I'm scared of entering boats. And you know, half of the girls there, I don't really get along with them, which I think is cap, because why did you then go to, later in the episode, we'll touch on this, why did she then go to Caroline's boho party when Caroline is the main source of your anger? We'll get on that in a bit. I believe that some of the things I said about Laura being introverted is actually coming out to be quite true, because she said, if I'm still getting to know someone, I'm not going to be as, like, loud or very open with them, but when I get to know them properly, I'm just all over them. And I think, yeah, she might be introverted, but you can be introverted and still have a mean spirit. This one is giving a bit of both. Just a little bit, okay? As they're talking, we start to see Laura becoming a bit more abrasive and quite blatantly rude. She was just rude. In Laura's confessional, she's becoming more rude. She's swearing up and down. She's like, I don't give a shit. And she's being just more like Raz for no reason. Like, no one's fighting you. Relax. Anyway, she then tells Iyabo Ojo, like, if Laura, because apparently Toyin has told Laura everything that happened at the beach party. We need to see what Toyin said and how she said it, because for her to be this hot over something that happened as a game, I don't know. And it's because, look, Toyin already said she wasn't feeling that game. Remember last week she was like, I don't get this vibe of this game. Then she said, oh, if Caroline said all those things to my face, I'll give her a dirty slap. She was really acting like she was that bad girl. You know when you're giving bad girl. Iyabo just said, eh. Long story short, at the end of the salon appointment, Iyabo just says to Laura, we're good now, it's cool, I've accepted why you didn't come to the event. Iyabo Ojo even goes as far to say, like, I misjudged her. So I would have thought they were really cool, but apparently not. In another scene, we have Chioma and the new bestie, Caroline, the ride or die. They're both at the jewelry shop, they're jewelry shopping. Can I just say, Chioma in this scene looked, well, in every other scene, looked fire. And I don't think in any of the Real Housewives franchises or franchise, I've seen this, like, from the snippets I've seen in the past, I don't think I've seen this commitment to looking good every single time you're on set. She looked fantastic. Like, she was wearing this Ankara, I want to say Ankara, her hair looked great, her hairstyling looked great. She knows how to style herself, or maybe she has a stylist. But I can say with confidence that Chioma has been giving us back to back. She looks so beautiful. Caroline was talking about how she invests in jewelry, she puts it in a safe. And I was just thinking, don't talk too much, because the streets are hot, and if armed robbers will come to your house now, don't say too much on TV about where you keep your things in the safe in your house, because the streets are hot, economy is shit, and yeah, don't give these wayward people any more ammo than they need. I really find Chioma and Caroline's new formed friendship, it might be old, but to me it looks new. I think it's cute. I think it's cute. It is touching on a bit superficial, but I think it's cute. Like, so far we've just seen them going to yoga and, you know, having fun together at the beach getaway and jewelry shopping. We haven't seen like just us understanding how they align as friends. But to be honest, all your friends don't need to align with you on every level. They can be friends for superficial reasons, so I get it. Caroline was basically talking about how she keeps coming back to this gold digger allegations. And she said, I'm not a gold digger, I just have standards. And you know what? More power to her. Why is it so bad to say you want a guy that has a good financial, you know, sitting? Like, I don't think that's the worst thing she could say, you know? Next scene, Yabo Ojo is about to basically run and she's going to end up running. She's going to end up running and telling Chioma what Laura said to her at the salon. And this is where I think Yabo Ojo could have done better here, but we need the producers need the drama to fester. We need it to season. We need it to marinate. So Chioma is there in her kitchen cooking absolutely nothing. I didn't see anything, and her and Yabo Ojo are on FaceTime, and Chioma's like, yeah, let's catch up. You know, it was really good, the beach getaway, let's catch up, let's go on a jogging date. And I said, Chioma, jogging dates. See, swimming date, I hear that. Lifting weights date, I hear that, kinda. Going for a walk date, I hear that. But jogging in the heat? Go away. Move, man. Go away. Ain't nobody trying to do that with you. But let's say for drama's sake, they do end up going to this jogging date. And that's when the drama starts. So we'll get onto that. You wait me. A bit of Toyin. Toyin isn't really much in this episode. I miss Toyin. I like Toyin's energy, you know. She's just a babe. Like, she's just a real one. We see Toyin and her husband, they're working together, and it's really good to see them working together. It's like a really positive working relationship. It's a good depiction of like positive Nigerian marriages where two people are working together as a team and they're working really well. They're bouncing ideas of each other. She's saying, she'll go angry and mad. Just a positive representation of relationships in Nigeria. Although I've heard some drama about how he got with her, but we won't talk about that. Continuing on with the good positive representation of family and relationships, we go to Chioma's family. Chioma's having a family reunion or family union session at her house. All her family are over from the States and they're there to just celebrate and be together. Again, Nigerians are really family orientated, and I think it's good for those who might not be Nigerian, who might be watching this from the States, to see what it's like to just have family union, family catch-ups. How, you know, when you cook, I don't know if Chioma cooked all that food. I'm pretty sure she outsourced that one, Shao. But, you know, that family, that idea, even my mum used to instill it in me, like growing up, when you're cooking, don't just cook for yourself, cook for like more people in case someone's coming over. But that's not always sustainable, and it might not even be the healthiest for you to always cook for more than one. As if someone's coming and no one's actually coming. So, but it's just that kind of that community-minded feeling. And, you know, it's nice to see her family coming along and they're talking. And again, Chioma is not a married woman, so she gets that question, you know, when are we going to wear Asoebi? Nigerian families and this Asoebi request, when are we going to wear Asoebi? Blah, blah, blah. And even her auntie was praying, and her auntie was jabbing Chioma like, you know, we would like to, you know, see you get married. Blah, blah. And Chioma was like, was that even necessary? I agree, babe. Was that even necessary? But yeah, there we go. This scene that really could have been thrown away. It was a scene with Caroline and her high-vis, you know, women in STEM, high-vis, what Hutchings, her last name, Hutchings, realtors. And a hard hat. Was she wearing a hard hat or just a cap? I don't know. Anyway, she went to the venue of where she's going to have this boho themed party that she's planning for the girls and just organizing things. But I think it's because we need to see Caroline as a working woman. It's not just gold digging, you know, vibes. We also need to get the balance of seeing her work as well, because she's never going to beat these allegations otherwise. This is where the drama starts to really get hot. Yabo Ojo and Chioma are going for their jogging date. They're going for their jogging day. They're not even jogging, they're walking. So you could have just called me out to walk with you. Maybe it's a warm down. I don't know. Anyway, so they're jogging, and I really need Yabo Ojo to drop this American style accent. We just want you to be you, mama. We don't need the accent. Leave it alone. Drop it. I don't want to hear it anymore. But she's still going to continue through the entire season. So whatever. So they're jogging. They're talking about the beach getaway, the games that they played. And Chioma is really, really diplomatic and fair. Chioma was like, you know what? Fair enough. Maybe me saying to her, I say her, I'm talking about Laura, you've been a good customer. It wasn't well received. You know, Chioma's really accountable and just like, you know what? Yeah, fair enough. I can see why she'd be upset with that. And I do appreciate her custom. I do appreciate her custom in the past. And Chioma further went on to say, like, okay, fair enough. The games we played, it would have been better for her to be present, because then she can actually, you give me bass, I give you boost. You know, we can bounce off each other rather than saying it behind her back for her to then come and find out. Anyway, then Iyabo Ojo, as we can see, she's the shit stirrer of this episode. Let's just call a spade a spade. That was her duty in this episode. But it was framed as her being real. The producers needed her to do a job. And she wasn't an acting bag, honey. She said, you know, I met up with Laura the other day, blah, blah, blah. And she said that, long story short, it was in front of her. If Caroline said the things she said at the beach getaway about her, she would give Caroline a dirty slap. This is where all the diplomacy that Chioma was having went out the bag. It to the left, went to the left, it went out. It went out. It was not there anymore. She wasn't hearing. She was like, what do you mean she's going to slap my friend? You know, my friend that. And my friend that. She was on some, if you slap my friend, I'm going to slap you back. I said, oh, Chioma. I said, Chioma, darling, calm down. You haven't known Carol for that long. I'm going to start calling her Carol. But Caroline, you haven't known Caroline for that long. But I get it. Loyalty is something that clearly Chioma is on. She's like, that's a good friend. But at the same time, relax. Relax. Chioma is not happy with Laura at all. That's set. Let me get to the crime scene where it all goes down. This is where the drama, all the scenes you've been seeing on social media, this is where it all happens. The boho themed party. And first of all, can I just say the business that worked with Caroline for that just did a fantastic job. And I have to say this season, or this season of Real Housewives of Lagos is really going to do a lot for Nigerian businesses. So let's commend them on that. The setting looked fantastic. Caroline is there in her free spirit. She still doesn't know about the comment that Laura's made about her, you know, on some, ooh, this is gonna be good, it's the vibe, you know, I'm feeling good. Iyabo Ojo was the first to arrive. She looked beautiful. And Caroline, you can tell Caroline when she compliments someone, she means it from the heart. She was like, oh, Iyabo Ojo looks great, I want to take her dress, I want to take her wig, I want to take this. I was like, everything thick. But she was complimenting genuinely. Caroline looked nice. She was wearing this beach wear style thingy that was just opening her yansh, but who cares? She was really on some free spirit vibe. She was like, oh yeah, we're gonna get high later. And I was like, Caroline is just, I want to know what star sign she is, because there's a star sign I'm guessing in my head. If she is that, I'm getting good at this. I'm getting really good at this, aren't I? So they're talking about like family, and Iyabo is going to Turkey soon. And Iyabo said, oh, I'm going to Turkey next week. And I said, I'm sure you're going tomorrow, because I don't know which Nigerian woman is out here confessing when she's actually traveling. But okay, whatever, you're going next week. Iyabo Ojo refers to the venue and says, you know, I don't believe this is in Lagos. Have you guys noticed they always, like, when people go somewhere nice in Lagos, they say, I can't believe this is Lagos. Like, wow. They're really, really super impressed, because everyone knows the day-to-day life of Lagosians does not look like that. It doesn't look like that. Okay? That's what I'm going to say about that. So it's only if you have access to certain spaces and resources, you can get to feel like, I can't believe this is Lagos. It's not a regular feeling. You can see that the producers are really trying to make Laura the villain, because as soon as she walks in, you have this villain music like of doom, 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 something like that. I don't know. I'm making that part off. I'm probably being hyperbolic, but they had really dark music. She's come in. She's wearing black trousers, this long floral, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't care. And she's coming in, and I'm surprised she came, because is she not the same person that said she couldn't make it to the beach getaway because she doesn't like everyone there? Well, she came to this one and she said she wants to give the host a dirty slap. So I'm a bit confused. She comes, she's on some mwah, mwah, hi. And even Iyabo just said, I'm surprised that she's being so lovely and pleasant to Caroline. And it's the thing with Laura that I really clocked this episode. She's full of chat and she's taking it back. You can't do that. I'll come on to that even more, because I'm just thinking, she's such a wuss. She was really doing Michael Jackson moonwalking. And Caroline was saying to Laura that, oh, we really missed you at the beach getaway. And that is true, because I remember there was a scene last week where Caroline was saying, oh, well, I miss Laura, we should FaceTime her. And I was thinking, it's not that deep. Like, you're doing too much. I was like, she says she misses me and she's so fake. And I was like, no, she actually did say she missed you. Out of everybody, she actually did say that, but you can have your assumptions. Then we have Chioma arrive. and she's wearing this long white dress, white flowers in her hair. She's doing the most, and she don't care who says it, honey. She looks good. The flowers are they were given a bit weird. I mean, I would have imagined daisies, but those flowers just seem so bulky for what they needed to do for her look. But she still looked good nonetheless. And Iyabo Ojo does that typical Nigerian auntie thing. I don't know, some people might have watched that scene and thought that Iyabo Ojo was being jealous or malicious or throwing shade. But I've had aunties, when they see me wearing something nice, like let's say I'm wearing a nice bag or a shoe, that no, Coin, you have to bring that bag, like intimidate me like this, and that bag, I like it on you, look so good on you, I'm gonna wear it too, like blah blah blah. And Iyabo Ojo literally starts to take flowers from the table that's been laid out for the decorations and starts to put them in her hair. And they complimented her, they all kissed Chioma, bar Laura. Laura was being so shady and so mean-spirited in her confessionals. I was so shocked. I was like, why is she being so mean to this girl? She's like, everyone's kissing her and telling her that she looks good, but she doesn't look good. But the way she said it, I forgot the words she used. She was just so vile. I was like, okay then, negative energy. Like, relax. Like, we get it. You're an introvert, but it doesn't give you the right to be a cow. Chioma is a bit frosty towards Laura because she's already heard everything Laura said about her bestie, her bezzy mate, Caroline. Toyin then comes in, and I didn't really get to see Toyin's outfit. We didn't even get to see Toyin at all in this episode. Toyin is giving, I forgot, I honestly, everyone was saying she was giving like cowboyish, but from what I can see, it looks a bit scarecrow-ish, but in a nice way, But I didn't see much of her. Her makeup looked good, but I didn't see anything else of Toyin. Toyin rightfully says, as she's walking in, she says to Laura, so you can come to this event. It's so true. And I don't even think they had canapes before the real cocoa started. So Laura, and this is the part I actually agree with her, she's still pressed about them talking about her at the beach game or whatever. And Laura rightfully says, I wasn't at the beach, don't talk about me. And I agree with that part. However, they were trying to explain the game and how like Caroline was shaded and how everybody was shaded, but she was like, it still wasn't clicking for her. And at some point it comes out that she said about Caroline about how she said she was going to give Caroline a dirty slap if she said those same things. This is where we started seeing the backtracking of life. She said, oh, I would never lay hands on you. I was thinking, child, you definitely, you did say that. You said that. Own it. You can't be, listen, me full of chat, I mean, now I take it back. Then Laura was telling Iyabo Ojo, oh, I thought you would have gone, you at least filter what I said. Iyabo Ojo was like, I owe you no loyalty. But at the same time, I thought the way she was giving her vibes that they were friends, Iyabo Ojo was a bit unfair. She was like, oh, we're not buddies. I don't owe you any loyalty. I was like, come on. Then she referred to Chioma as a thin. That's when I was like, what is up with her? Like, what has happened between her and Chioma? What is their beef? Someone needs to explain it to me. Like, genuinely, comment down below and let me know what the beef is. Is it because of the comment about a customer? Is that what's pinning her so much? What is the background? Is she jealous? What is it? She was referring to Chioma as a thin. I was thinking, no. Are you going to backtrack on that one too? I didn't mean it. It was a slip of tongue. I said, the slipping of your tongue is going to land you into a beating. Stop letting your tongue slip. Stop. And this is where it all starts to make sense, where the drama starts to make sense. And I watched this back to make sure I found out who said it. It was Laura who then brought up her sister. And I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. But Laura was like, oh, no one should talk about my sister. And I was thinking, first of all, your sister's occupation makes her exempt from that whole sister loyalty, don't talk about me. Your sister talks about everyone and everything. That's why she's so controversial. That's why she's getting people heated. So I don't know if you can be saying no one should talk about my sister, because the whole premise of your sister's job is to talk about people. So inevitably, she'll be talked about. Caroline was so shocked at the fact that somebody had said they were going to slap her. She was like, you know when you're visibly, she was like, what? How did we get here? So Caroline is like confused, and she's still very calm, trying to reason, trying to be calm. But then she lost it when she kept trying to talk to Laura, and then Laura kept saying, don't talk about my sister. And then she's like, you don't get to say you're going to give me a dirty slap when your sister wrote about me and my marriage and my child. And I was like, okay, now it makes sense. Now everything's now making sense. It's because of Laura. It's because of Linda Ikeji. Okay. I'm following you guys now. Caroline lost it. And you know when someone's just going off the rails, and you're just watching them, just like it was mad. Laura let Caroline, I think all of them let Caroline just get it off her chest, because like you can tell she needed to just get it out of her chest. And Laura did apologize. This is why I'm very objective when it comes to this, because I don't have any ties or loyalty to any of the cast members. I don't know them. So Laura did apologize for what was said about her sister, and then she goes to say, you know, my sister doesn't even write that much, but your sister does have power to take it down. Okay. And she did apologize for that part, and she was like, I would never, as a mum myself. And she was, Caroline says that Laura wasn't empathetic, but from what I saw, Laura was empathetic in her confessionals, and even on table, she's like, I'm a mum myself. I completely hear you. And, you know, parts of it start to remind me of, I don't know if you guys have watched Backchat UK, comment down below. Like, I watched it years ago, I don't watch it anymore. Where Esther and Nunu were arguing, and Esther said, oh, what were you doing at 25 or 21, I don't remember, popping babies. And then Esther got mad, saying, oh, well, don't talk about my baby, don't talk about my child, don't talk about my child, don't talk about my daughter. But it wasn't about your child, it wasn't about your daughter. The thing you're angry about is not proportionate to what's being said. So there were some, I genuinely felt sorry for Caroline, but there were some parts I was like, okay, but it's not, but I just let her go off. Then they're going back and forth, and then Laura saying, you know, it was a slip of tongue, you know, I'm sorry that I said I was going to give you a dirty slap. And I just looked at her like, next time, watch what you say. Don't say things that's going to be mad. And even Toyin touched on it, like, don't be telling Iyabo or Joe something you don't want to come out, because she doesn't owe you any loyalty. And then Laura was like to Toyin, well, why are you not backing it? Like, why are you not supporting me? You're meant to be in support of me. And then Toyin was like, actually, I'm a one-man army. Like, I'm not going to kiss anyone's ass. I'm not going to be like, oh, you're right, or you're right. I see things, I call things how I see them. And I was like, you know what, fair enough. But at the same time, how did Toyin present the information of what happened at the beach party or beach getaway to Laura? So it would have been good for the producers to show us what was said and how it was said. As I said, I'm quite objective. Laura apologized, but at the same time, you can apologize to me, and I can forgive you. Doesn't mean we have to be friends. So Laura did apologize and saying I'm gonna give you a dirty slap. And this is why I was like, Laura, just watch your mouth. Just watch your mouth. Anyway, next week we're seeing Miriam, hopefully. I don't know why they're introducing her to us so late, but okay. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Comment down below, what were your thoughts on this whole beef and this argument that they're having? Like, I don't know, reality TV shows, the non-issues become issues. And I was talking to my friend and she was like, yeah, that's what happens. That the producers set all of this up and they make things bigger than they ever needed to be. Comment down below, let me know your own thoughts on everything that happened in this episode. It's getting a bit explosive, and hopefully by next episode, Caroline's calmed down, but it looks like Chioma is going to be the next person that's getting hot. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.